Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show Real Talk with Kathy and Shania. I'm your host, Kathy, and I'm excited to have you join us today for an exciting episode titled Loyalty. And this episode is brought to you by C1 Productions. But before I get started, let me introduce my co host for today, Shania. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Hi everyone, what's up?
Let me introduce also my panelist for today. I'm going to start from my screen. Daisy, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
You're good. What about you, Joash? How are you doing today?
Doing great. Hi to all the listeners.
Fritz?
Happy to be here.
And lastly, Mars. How are you?
I'm great. How's everyone?
Good. Whether you're tuning for the first time or returning as a subscriber, we promise you an insightful journey. And thank you for joining us in Real Talk with Kathy and Shania. My panelists and my co-host will be joining me to explore the depth of the topic being discussed, that is loyalty in relationship, and share their unique perspectives. And now let's get started. So let me establish what we mean by loyalty in relationships. What I understand is loyalty involves being there for your partner, emotionally demonstrating and maintaining an open communication, and it's all about building a foundation of trust that can withstand the test of time. So I'm going to start to ask you. It's an opening question, and everyone must answer and give their opinion. The first one, I'm going to start with you, Shania. What are your thoughts on loyalty tests? Are they good or bad?
Yeah, I think loyalty tests are good. Yeah, just to establish if
Would you like someone to test you? Be honest.
if they question our relationship and maybe they think that okay, if they question our relationship and maybe they have doubts about something,
Mhm.
I'd rather they approach me and ask me if everything is okay.
So you don't want surprises. You don't want them to
Yeah.
surprise you when you're sitting in a restaurant and they come and they just set up someone to test you if you're loyal or not. So you don't want that, right?
Yeah, such kind of loyalty tests, no, on my end.
Wow. What about you, Daisy? What are your thoughts on loyalty tests? Do you think they are good or bad in a relationship setup?
I think they are good to have loyalty test in a relationship setup.
Wow.
Yeah, because once you test someone's loyalty, then you can understand how that person trusts you. Yeah.
Wow. So you would love someone to test you, right?
Yeah.
Will you pass though?
Yeah, most likely I will pass that loyalty test.
Okay. What about you, Josh? Do you think loyalty tests are good in a relationship?
I think it's quite a new idea for me, but
Mm-hmm.
like an intentional testing of someone's loyalty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you asking that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Yeah. My answer would be good because it would show the commitment
Okay.
of a
Do you
person.
think you will
Yeah.
pass that test? They have not prepared you actually. They are just come.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like a surprise quiz, right?
Okay. That's good.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope
You
so.
hope
Yeah.
you're not sure about you're not sure about that you pass, right? Okay. What about
Yeah, well,
you?
if I'm a
Mhm.
friend, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Fritz?
No,
Wow.
for me, definitely no. Tests will come naturally. And I would say, this is for me personally. I think it's kind of betraying your partner if you would test their loyalty. Because in the end, if you would script out something that would test them, and then they would find out that you're just scripting out or playing, or maybe your intentions are good, but in the end, for example, you created a fake account and then you're starting to like or converse with someone. I think it's really something that could damage, especially if the other half would find out about it. So it's a bit dangerous for me to do, or to have your partner's loyalty be tested. So yeah,
So you don't want someone testing you, right?
I don't want someone testing me, and I'm not planning to test someone else as well.
I
because
hope
they
your
come.
girlfriend is
The
listening
loyalty
to
test would
this.
come
She's not
actually.
tested.
She
Okay.
can. She
So,
can though.
wow. Would you pass though the
I think I
loyalty
would.
test if your
I
girlfriend
think I
does?
would.
You think? You're not
Yeah.
supposed to think. You're supposed to say, I will pass. You have nothing to hide, right?
Yeah. I have nothing to hide because I'm not doing anything. So I think I would.
Um, okay, got you. What about you, Mas? Do you think loyalty tests are good or bad in your relationship?
For me, it's okay.
Wow.
It's okay because
So you
I
you
tend to
would
do
pass
it
it.
to someone else as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I want to do it to someone else as
Wow.
well.
So
But I
we
think
have.
it's unnecessary for a relationship
Mhm,
to do that because usually if you're with someone else, time will, time will test you both, and usually you
mhm,
will get hint. Like if you're not there, he will defend you if someone is about like bad mouthing you. And then if
yeah.
he's like hiding some things behind your back, you will tell. And I think that's unnecessary because time will tell.
But what's the need of testing someone and you can just call them and tell them this is what is like you can communicate to them. What's the need of the loyalty test in
I
you
think
can
some
just
people
call
do
them
lie
and tell
in
them
relationships. Some people
that's
are
true.
liars. So if you still have doubts, you just have
Hmm.
to test their loyalty. Plus, I believe loyalty can either strengthen your relationship, or it can ruin it if you
Destroy it.
find one partner like cheating or something.
Don't you think that is betraying your partner when you're testing them or something? Because you got them by surprise. You
Yeah,
didn't
but
even inform them.
yeah, when testing, I think you do it for you, for your own, you do it for yourself. Like you want to be sure if they are also loyal like you are.
So we have how many? We have one no and three yeses. Okay. I think our loyalty tests have become popular. I know you guys have seen on social media. Boyfriend,
Mhm.
girlfriend, picking up, setting up a fake scenario. Like the people like tend to create various methods of testing their partner. For example, you can see a guy just talk to his friend. The friend has a Lamborghini or something. Now the girl is being tested if she is a gold digger or not. But so Shania, if it was you, your boyfriend, test you, set up you with a friend. The friend has a Lamborghini and something. You've never entered that car, right? But that
Mhm.
is your first time,
Yeah.
your chance to do it. Will you do it, or you just ignore?
Yeah, I wouldn't, because anything that is not mine, I don't find it interesting. Because even at the end of the day, if I go inside the vehicle, still not mine. So
You just like seeing it. You're not using it. So
I
you
wouldn't leave
wouldn't
him
do
for a
that.
car. Yeah.
Actually, you're not leaving him. You're just like sitting on the car. Nothing else. Is that cheating though? You're not doing anything. Is that cheating?
Like, okay, you're leaving him to go sit inside the car. I think
You're not. Uh
those
huh.
tests are
Right.
used like to see if your girl like would leave you for a rich guy who has a nice car.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh well. Okay. You see, like partner setting up like fake scenarios, testing their partner. But I have a question. Do these tests truly strengthen relationships? Do you think they strengthen? Because once you do it, you have doubts, you have this, you don't trust your partner. Do they like strengthen a relationship? Anyone can answer that.
Yeah, like I've said, I think they do strengthen relationships. For start, it's either it strengthens the relationship or it ruins everything. Plus, just for clarification,
Mhm.
like if you have so much doubt, like someone is maybe being disloyal to you, just go for it for your own sake and for your own sanity. Just test him or her.
What if that test goes wrong? What will you do?
Then that means that you are right to question the
You are
relationship.
right, but you're going
Plus,
to be hurt.
yeah, but it's better to know than just to be there seated thinking that you two are in a relationship when you're dating yourself.
Wow. Okay. Anyone else? Reads Joash from guy's side.
For me, it will be good in the relationship if it turned out okay, if the results are what you're hoping for. And
Mhm.
just make sure that after you do that, you'll be the one to tell him that you did that instead of him knowing from any other person. That will really hit his ego and pride.
Okay, got you. Um.
I agree with Mers. I agree
Mhm.
with Mers.
Okay.
And two things I was thinking while listening to Shania and Mers. First is that there's this statement, it's better a broken heart than a broken marriage.
Wow.
So for me, test would be okay. The second one is there's a testing before the blessing. So yeah, if it turns out well, enjoy the blessing of the the relationship because you passed the test. But if not, I hope that the person learns to be more loyal.
Okay. What about you, Fritz? Anything to add on that?
Well, I saw I'm seeing a lot of vlogs from the recent weeks that couples are taking like lie detector tests,
Mhm.
and they are these couples are very strong and they have very strong relationships and very good communication. But then when they tried the lie detector test, even if they were strong and good couples, you know the results are the results are quite quite shocking because even if the person would tell the truth, results could still say the test could still say it's a lie. So
Yeah.
I think that's the point that I'm trying to get at. You know, if you really are saying the truth, then you can live with harmony with your partner. In there's I think it's a bit disruptive for me, especially like what I was saying earlier. If I found out that I'm being just tested, for example, my girlfriend would hire someone to text me or to chat me or something like that, or tempt me, then definitely I'm gonna be something like
Mhm.
borderline pissed or something, because it I don't see the point of me being tested or her being tested if I would send a guy, or on the other hand. So um yeah, it helps if the results are good, but it's m- more disruptive than than it than it should be like that. That's for me.
Okay. This is for the married ones, married and dating ones. This question is for you. I don't know if the single ones are going to answer this also. Have you ever like considered testing your partner to confirm they are loyal? Have you ever thought of doing it? The ones who are dating and the ones who are married.
No,
Mas, you're
I've
laughing.
never
I'm going to start
considered.
with you.
Okay.
Let me start with Mas. She's laughing. I think
I
she has
tried
done
it
that, right?
before. Yeah, I tried it before with my husband. I created a fake account and I added his crush. Like I grabbed the
Wow,
photos of
wow.
his crush and I messaged him like, "Hi, are you free? Where are you now?" And he replied with like,
It's-
"That's it." So I'm
how
somehow
were the
really
results?
what?
The results? Did they pass?
And I was just like, just a thumbs up. That's it.
Wow.
So I was really
Okay.
Did you tell him? Did you tell him
no,
about
I
it?
deleted everything.
Until
Wait,
now, he
no?
doesn't know.
What
I
if
hope he doesn't
he
find
has
this
the
out.
If he listened to
podcast?
the podcast, you would.
I know, not my husband, my boyfriend. But
Okay.
yeah, I tried it before. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
what about you, Josh? Have you ever thought of doing it, testing your partner?
You know, in our marriage, we have a rule of complete honesty
Mhm.
and openness. So if we have a question or any hint of anything, we just ask straight. We don't need to do a test. So I think that's for me. I won't need a test.
No,
But
even though I'm not even asking you.
like as the
You
marriage
want?
goes by,
You've never thought of
for
doing it,
us,
right?
okay,
When you're alone and
I
you
haven't
like,
done it.
no,
Yeah,
I need to do this. You haven't. That's amazing.
I haven't. Yeah.
What about you, Josh? No, afraid. Sorry.
No, I've not done it to anyone, nor do I have a plan to do it. I better spend my time thinking about how to give her more assurance than get myself validated because of the test.
Wow, my story
Yeah.
is interesting. She did
You
it.
know what? Women
I
are crazy sometimes, and I did it when I was
know,
pregnant.
right?
So there's a lot of hormones and moods. So I don't have
No,
anything to
it's
do. So
totally
You
I
just
fine. It's
just
want to
not
played.
do you just want to play
totally
detective.
fine. It's just me. It's just
Justify
for me.
it.
You don't have to defend. It's just me. So, Mers, it's
You
okay.
play. Okay,
You're not being.
you play
I think
detective,
it's
and then you find out they are cheating or something. Then you start crying, but you're the one who did that to yourself. You could have stopped it though. What about you, Shania? Can you do it?
Yeah, I've never done that before, but yes, I can. If I have doubts and like I have this gut feeling that maybe something is wrong, I'm probably going to test him.
Are you going to
Hmm.
create a
I think most
fake
ladies
profile
would
next
know.
month?
Yes, I think
It's
I think it's the
but
ladies who's more prone to do that. Maybe.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
That's an
But
idea.
I see a lot of guys are the ones who does that. Especially when you open YouTube and you go direct to the shorts. You're going to see my boyfriend did this, my boyfriend did that. You setting up with a friend, then the friend falls for them.
For content,
You could have
probably.
stopped it.
Yeah, I think that's for content. But
So,
in real
others
life, it's a
are
woman who
acting
does
like
that.
we have that a lot of that in Kenya. Daisy and Shania would agree with
Yeah,
me. Some of them are crazy.
yeah. A lot of Kenyans do loyalty tests on their partners, and it doesn't end up well most of the
And some
time.
of them end up fighting
Yeah.
on front of the camera
Yeah,
or something.
Hmm.
Cheated on me. They slap
I don't know
them or
if you watch the
crazy.
show How to Catch a Cheater. There's a show dedicated to like catching cheaters, like test. They make the test for partners, and then eventually they will see if they will be, fall into the trap and cheat on their partner. So
Okay. What about you, Daisy? Did I ask you? Like, would you do it? Have you ever thought of doing it?
me personally, I wouldn't do it on my partner, but my partner has done it on
Wow.
me. So he sent someone to try and um
Spill
flirt
the
with
tree.
me.
Spill the tea. Did you pass?
Yeah. So someone tried to flirt with me, and he was my partner's boyfriend, but my partner's friend, but I didn't know. So yeah, I kind of flirted back a little bit, but then I didn't
Guys,
go all the way. It was just like yeah.
wow,
So
that's
he
interesting.
confronted me. Yeah.
Wow, Moss will do
Are you still
it.
together now?
Shania will do it. Daisy, answer the question.
Yeah. Pardon?
Are you still together now?
No, it was a few years ago. So he
Okay,
dumped me.
guys. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Unfortunately.
okay, Shania, this is for you. I'm going to you first. Would you assist your friend to test their partner to see if they would cheat? Would you play
Yeah,
like a decoy? Wow.
yeah, I would, and I've done that before. Like with my friend, like she had this gut feeling that her boyfriend was doing something fishy. So, but she confronted him first, but he denied everything. So I just told her, "What do you want to do?" She asked me if I could text him, but I was not to flirt with him or anything. She's the one who directed me on the things to say, what to do. She just told me like to view his status. It was on Valentine's Day,
Mhm.
and she was right. He posted a picture of his ex, and whoa, with a
Wow.
long message like declaring his love to her. And the guy found out. Okay, she confronted him after he screenshots like what he posted. Then the guy
You
probably
have the
went through his
evidence.
contact list and was
Wow.
like, someone snitched, yeah,
You're a
called
good
me and he
detective,
was like,
Shania.
sorry, like how do we know each other again? I just told him like I just came clean and I told him what happened and he was like, please help me like clarify my name or just help me like because she blocked me and I was like,
And you're the one
I'm
who
sorry I
who,
don't know
who
you like
like
that.
in the middle.
Help me. So you just yeah, go defend yourself.
You 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 help with the breaking. Should I say breaking or something? You help with the test, and he failed.
Yeah, actually I
Wow,
was just to view the states, yeah. And she
that
was
was
right.
your
Women
detective
are
work. So you were taking notes,
wow.
right? Wow,
Yeah, she
that's
was
amazing.
heartbroken.
Okay, we have Kabiria. Kabiria at the catch up. We're talking about loyalty test in relationship. So I'm going to you. Do you think they are good or bad? Which one? Which is which? I can hear you. Wow, I think you have to fix your mic on your end. We still can't hear you.
He's on mute.
Yeah. And mute yourself, kindly. Not yet. Okay, my co-host is going to help me read our today's scenario. It's a short story actually. So go ahead, Shania. And then all of you are going to like give your opinion on the matter being discussed. And I'm coming to you first, Josh. So get ready. Go ahead, Shania.
Okay, everyone, so listen to this
You.
scenario. Taylor and Amber, a couple in their late 20s, have been together for 6 years. Despite encountering their fair share and ups and downs, they have consistently managed to navigate challenges as a team. Over the past 3 years, Amber has eagerly anticipated Taylor popping the big question and asking her to marry him. However, she noticed Tyler becoming increasingly distant, and whenever she attempts to connect with him, he seems to pull away. This behavior has triggered anxiety and trust issues in Amber, leading her to believe that Taylor may be cheating on her. In an attempt to test Taylor's loyalty, Amber hatches a plan. She reaches out to her distant friend June and asks her to assess Taylor's fidelity by flirting with him. Initially hesitant, June eventually agrees to carry out the plan. She creates a false profile and makes advances toward Tyler. After weeks of interaction, June observes that Taylor does not reciprocate the interest. Despite this reassurance, Amber insists that June continues with the scheme. Eventually burdened by guilt, June confesses to Tyler, revealing the true nature of the test. To everyone's surprise, it turns out that Tyler was not cheating but was dealing with personal challenges. Upon learning the truth, Tyler becomes angry and decides to end his relationship with Amber, feeling that the test went too far. With time, Amber discovers that Tyler and June are now dating. She cannot help but feel guilty for unintentionally pushing him away and encouraging him to form a connection with June, who ultimately helped him through his issues. That's the story.
Wow, quite a story. So, Josh, is it okay to test your partner, your partner's loyalty using deceptive methods, according to the story?
Ah, why do you do that?
Share your thoughts.
Deceptive methods. I don't think so. It's okay. So I would say no to that.
Wow. Okay. Just that?
Yeah, so they yeah, I mean, yeah, we saw how it ended. So
No happy ending. This is not a fair tale. What about you,
yeah, the other
Shania?
one is getting the blessing.
Yeah. Shania, your thoughts on that?
Oh, me.
Yep.
So I think at first she should have asked him directly, like give him a way out, freedom. First, offer him freedom, like
Mm-hmm.
confront him. Are you cheating on me? Is everything like, is our relationship okay? I believe that that should be the first detective way, like to go about the situation. Just ask them first. Then, if
Mm-hmm.
you still have doubts, then you go ahead and test. Although she tested him, and the friend reassured her that he was not cheating, but she insisted on like still like
Sticky.
the scheme going on. So I think she ruined things there. She should have just left it at that. So, but I do agree. There are some ways that you can test people, but don't push it too far.
Okay. I think it's understandable that individuals have insecurities, especially women. But subjecting your partner to test can create an atmosphere of distrust between you two. So, okay. What are your thoughts on that, Mas?
For me, her friend is not loyal to her. Like, that should be the
She
one
knew
that
all
she
the
tested
way.
first. Yeah.
And she went for the wrong,
Yeah.
a distant friend.
Yeah, that's right. And
She knew everything.
she dated the guy, so that's really a no-no. If I'm going to test my boyfriend or my husband, I'll be the one who's going to do it, not consult to other people. So there's no surprises in the end. And I agree with Shania. First of all, if there's like a distant thing that she feels from the guy, she should have asked him if what's going on, if everything is all right, if he's going through something. So at least there would be a transparency on their communication, and the guy would probably um, confess to her like his problems, and she has a chance to help him instead. So I think there's a lack of communication there on their end.
So you're not
Yeah,
going
I
to
think you
trust
should always offer
any.
someone a way.
So you're not going to trust any woman
So
or bestie around your man, right? Wow.
I feel like men, especially with women, you can't trust your friend to do a loyalty test on your man because things might turn against you and they
I
might
agree with you.
fall in love and leave the cold.
That's a
come
no-no.
on.
Yeah.
So stay away. So if you test them, you find you are the one who was being cheated on, or you're the side chick. That's their main relationship. You're just playing along. Um. Okay, Daisy, are you saying like it's not okay to test your partner's loyalty using deceptive methods, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't use such kinds of methods that are deceptive to test your partner because one of you might end up getting hurt or the relationship might just crumble. So if you want to
I think
test your
that's the
partner,
point.
you better look for
Getting hurt.
yeah.
Because if you
I
don't want
feel
to get
like you
hurt,
should
why would
look for
you do it?
better methods to test your
Ex- for example, give
no,
us one. The one you want to use, or the one you want your partner to use on you, that is like fair, something.
I think if it's a loyalty test that I will want my partner to use is like um someone like the parents in a setup that you bring your mother and your mother tries or a sister who tries talking shit on my boyfriend or husband, then I'll pull myself from that situation and like using other deceptive methods. You can test loyalties by different ways, not just sending a girl to flirt with your man. Yeah.
But your
You're
way,
going to bring your
Daisy, is
parents in
so
that?
creepy. Like,
Wow,
yeah.
I won't do it. You're going
No,
to
not
like.
basically parents,
Uh-huh.
but someone close to you. And like using flirting methods, you can use other methods to test your partner. It doesn't have to be a parent, but someone um who who is not into your relationship so much. So they try talking bad about you or bad mouthing you, then you see how your partner will react to that situation.
Wow, I won't go
Yeah.
for your method though. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, like,
No, but
Um.
like
mo-
if you have a mother-in-law who doesn't like you or a sister-in-law who doesn't like you, so you can just try and see if they talk bad about you, how your partner will react to that situation. Even that is a form of loyalty test according to me.
yeah, I get you,
I'm
Daisy. Okay, if
assuring
you're
you,
married, maybe you
99%
can
you're
bring in
going
the
home
parent.
crying.
Yeah.
You're
If you're
going home
married,
crying.
you can bring in the parent. Like, you try and solve
Mm-hmm.
the issue, but maybe if you're dating, I don't think it's nice to involve your parents into your relationship or your
Yeah, you
issues.
don't even want them
The
to know
father,
you're
can you
dating.
ask
But she
her?
said anyone close to them, not exclusively parent.
I
I
know anyone
just
close
rather
to
do
them, but
it like
you're
masses
just going
way.
to do it to tell them,
Yeah.
your girl
I
came,
think
you came,
mm,
and explained everything. They're going to tell their parents or something, and maybe it's a secret relationship.
See, testing your parties is
You
so
don't want
complicated.
anyone to find out.
Just don't do it.
Yeah,
masses way
it's
is
so
more
complicated.
efficient. Like,
Right?
just do it yourself.
Right? So complicated. You have to think about, lying to your
You lie. You also have to. You want to have a backup plan. You must have a backup plan if the first one fails. No, I'm not doing that
Yeah, I think
because
that's
maybe at
why
the end I'm going to cry.
that's why
I'm not trying
for
to
me
cry.
it's a bit, or not a bit, but it's kind of a betrayal to your partner because somehow
Mhm.
it feeds or it creates an atmosphere of distrust, especially when your partner finds out that, oh, you're just testing me, don't you trust me, or something like that. Or it feeds on your personal, validation. If is it your partner who is lacking of giving you the assurance to trust his or her loyalty, or is he or she lacking, or it's just you who's not recognizing the little things that you could, trust, or you can assure yourself with. So it's a two-way uh relationship, of course. So you also have to consider that as well. So that's for me it feeds that um environment or atmosphere of distrust.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if Amber had an issue with her trusting her boyfriend, maybe she could get counseling. Maybe she has trust issues, work on some things, be open. Go on, do I right? That's also what I'm thinking.
Maybe she's not too busy. She has a lot of times in her hands. That's why she's overthinking most of the time.
Yeah.
So
If I were
you
her,
say you
like I
you
would
don't.
have offered
Mhm.
him,
Go ahead, Shania.
I would have offered him a way out first. Yeah, like if I'm ever in such a situation, like I'd offer my significant other a way out first. Like, if you don't want this relationship to work, just tell me, just break my heart right now so that we can get to the healing process rather than like doing like this went on for weeks, just going on for weeks, months, testing someone when you can just do it in a snap like of your fingers. Just ask them, tell them if you want freedom, this relationship will end. Like yeah, before going through all of that. So yeah.
Or you do that, I'm going to break yours first and see who suffers. I'm not going to cry alone, actually. Well, how? No,
Revenge.
Well, it's easy
I'm
to
not
say
going to call it like a
if you
revenge or
haven't
something. Uh-huh.
experienced that kind of strong love or infatuation. How about if you experience that with one man and you experience that? Can you still say that like you're head over heels in love with that man? Are you willing to let it go just like that?
Yeah.
No.
I believe there's always someone out there for everyone. Even if you love that person way too much and they don't like you back, there's nothing you can do. You're the only one who's going to end up hurt in that situation. So just let it
Like
go.
having your
Go
crush.
heal. Healing may take months, yeah, for some people years, but go heal. Yeah, God will give you someone else. There's always someone for everyone. So yeah.
It's like having a crush on
Or
someone. You don't want to tell them you have a crush on them, but when you see them with someone that you feel bad. And you're the one who is just you don't want to tell them you have a crush on them, just sitting there.
And I think that's the
When you
danger
see
of it,
them dating, you just wow.
right? When you
Mm-hmm.
when you learn, or at least um had the habit of testing someone, or anyone for that matter. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you get validated every time, and then you do it every time you have a relationship, or somewhere between the lines, you try to test everyone just to, get that assurance. And I think that's also dangerous. I'm not saying it's always the case. I'm saying that you could have that tendency where you test anyone you would be in relationship with. So, for example, you would do this, you would do that.
could be a
Yeah, it could be a
pattern.
pattern as
Yeah.
well that, that could create a toxic trait, or create a toxic relationship that you have supposedly with a good partner.
A personality
Mm,
disorder, if I may say.
actually, that's true.
Yeah. I
That's
do get
right.
some people do have trust issues and they question everything and everyone. So for people like that, like I don't know what they can do like in situations like that. Maybe they should just go work on themselves, go for counseling if maybe they have trust issues. But for women,
And
women
there
have
are other one
this like gut
who are
feeling like yeah,
obsessed.
something is wrong. Like they just tell. Mhm. Yeah.
These
So
ones who are
if
obsessed
maybe you
with
have
you.
trust issue,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
yeah, before testing them, just about everything first. Like look for ways that won't show like you're toxic or anything. Just ask them. That's the advice I'd give like
Uh,
to everyone in a relationship who feels like their partner is cheating on
Give the
them.
benefit of the doubt always.
okay, you see when you tell them, I'm feeling this way. You know they're going to be prepared because they know you're on their neck. So they're going to like do everything that you want them to do, but you don't know behind the scenes what they are doing. They know you're on their neck, so they're going to behave well because you're still going to catch them at some point. But before you do that, you give them like a heads up. I'm going to test you someday. So they're going to be always prepared for their lives. You should like confront them, like caught them by surprise. Come to them, tell them,
Yeah.
what, you are a cheater. I caught you.
Yeah, some people can lie. Yeah.
I know.
For me, it's
I
not
know.
worth it to test if it's in the boyfriend phase or dating phase. It's not worth it because sooner or later you will find it out. But
I
if you're
think it's
like
worth
Actually,
it.
if you're like
actually,
approaching
most of them do it in the dating
marriage
phase.
phase,
Mm-hmm.
for me,
That's the right time like
Because,
to test because before you
yeah,
don't have like to
I
let
agree with you,
the
Shania.
relationship get any further. Like, yeah, that's the time you should be testing.
Mostly, you
I'd
won't
rather
find
test
like
during the
married
dating phase rather
couples.
than marriage.
Mhm.
Huh?
Yeah, most of the you won't find like couples who are married already. Most of them don't do it, but the dating ones, it's crazy, yo, crazy. They do it a lot, and I'm giving you another example from Kenya. They do it. I hope they're the same to me. When you open a YouTube channel, you find them, and it end up like so bad. Most of them go without blind. What do you call it? The black eye.
Why not don't test at all to avoid those problems?
I don't know if they can do. They can live
you know what,
without
Fritz?
doing it.
Women are
Like you
complicated.
want to know if you.
I tell you.
Mhm.
Yes, but you can always choose to, reach out, be open. Like it's a better choice than test.
They will not be at peace. They want to catch you
They
like
will not
by
admit
surprise
it.
so that they
Even
know
if you
you.
have
Mhm.
evidence, they will not admit it. They're
Right.
always going to deny it.
So if you know that they keep on denying it, then why stay? That's your evidence already.
Yeah. Once you catch a person cheating or being unloyal, it's your cue to leave the relationship because you can't end up continuing the relationship if there's no trust between you guys. Yeah. So because things might get messy.
Ah,
Yeah, so like the dating phase, like where when you're dating someone and you guys are about to take things serious, like you guys are already committed to each other and you're probably seeing a future with this person and maybe there's proposal, maybe you want to marry each other. That's the time I'm going to do the test.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I
gonna
did,
do like
do,
Shanti.
a
do,
real good, yeah, a real good background check on you, like see if you have any wife. Like some people do lie like that they don't have children or they don't have wives. So I want to meet your parents. I want to meet like to know all your friends before we get into it.
Mer said
in the
that
dating
that's what she
phase?
did. So spill the tea.
Yeah.
Spill the tea,
Yeah.
please.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I did. I didn't do it to all of my boyfriends. Actually, it's not worth it. But when I met my husband and I think that he's the one, then that's the only time. That's the one time that I did it.
And how did it go? Like details.
He passed. He passed. Like he replied thumbs up. And that's it.
Your husband deserves a slow clap.
Yeah, I don't think it should be a reason. Maybe they're going through things, but if you're going through something and I'm trying to get to you and you're pushing me away, like we are one right now. Your problems should be my problems. So you should run to me first before you go to someone else. So if you push me away, you don't want to tell me what's up with you, you're ignoring me. As women, I probably am going to think that maybe there's someone else in your life that you're sharing those things, your problems with. So mhm.
For me, this I feel like for me, distance is a reason for me to suspect infidelity in a relationship because once, if we were close before and we used to talk about things together and sort issues out, and then just suddenly you start becoming distant, then I'll have reason to believe you've been talking to someone else because if you're not coming to me, yeah, but you still have to talk to me. No, most times if a guy gets distance with you, it's because he has another woman that he's talking to.
Or if you just need space, say it instead of pushing someone away. Mhm.
That when there's, well, distance uh, could be dangerous, but if you have established a structure or a way of, being together, at least online, and the communication lines are intact, I think it could work, but it should be just only for a short time if they're already in a relationship, because communication in a relationship is very important. Now, being distant physically away, that's dangerous because you have to, grow together. And for some certain reason, sometimes it will happen. Maybe the nature of work, or especially maybe the guy is a policeman or a soldier or something like that. But they need to show effort and willingness to keep the connection, the communication lines intact. That's for me. That distance equals men. Okay, what was the statement again? Men men are automatic cheating on a distance.
I said most times when men become distant with their women, it's because they're talking to other women, so they have something to hide. Yeah,
Most of the time.
yeah.
Most of the time could be. That's why it's dangerous. But there are still few men who can be. That's for me.
No, but why would you distance yourself from your wife if you don't have anything to hide? Why would you not talk to her, or why would you avoid some situations with her? That's because something is not right in the relationship. So this will give the woman a reason, or the other partner. Let me not say man or woman. They will have a reason to think their partner is cheating. No, but if they are having if they are having an issue that they can't talk to you about, just inform your partner and tell them, I'm going through something, but I can't talk to you so that your partner can be at ease.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with that, I agree with that.
Well, definitely, definitely, I don't have the facts to prove that men are talking to other girls when they are distancing themselves. Um, Potentially could be, but not absolutely. But with regards to distance, I think yes, it could create something of a doubt or that atmosphere of doubt for the partner, but it should not. Because once again, I agree with what Joash said that being in a long distance relationship, it's if you really want the relationship to work, all the more you should have the desire and commitment to meet and to have that kind of strong bond and connection, even through online video chat calls or whatever, and if you are truly, because that's the only mm, platform that you can spend time with your special someone. So if you are consistent and persistent with it as well, I think that could help the doubting side of the partner subside or completely disappear as well. So
For me, no. Being distant could be also a sign of cheating, or probably they are dealing with a problem, or probably they're losing interest in you. Because it's not all the time like, yeah, it's not all the time. There's no formula for that. Like, if they stop communicating with you, that means that they're cheating. No, that's not always the case. So there's really no direct answer to that.
maybe they're just having diarrhea.
Maybe they're just having
Yeah,
the
the
fart
fart
problem.
problems, we were talking about that last time, and some people could be going through those things that they're distancing themselves because it's not a pleasant smell to.
Then they just say it. Me, I'm distancing myself from you because I have this fat problem. I'll be right back shortly or after a few days.
Yeah, but you see how communication could solve those potential problems like distance, distrust, and everything in between, because communication really is the key. Open communication is really the key, I think, to have those barriers overcome. Because if you are as it I remember it was said that over communication is better than under, because it's better that you always set the expectations and let your partner know about everything than spilling out details but left leaving out some details for yourself. So it's really, I think, would be crucial. I think Joash could also uh agree to this, because this is what he's been saying, that he and um his wife is they have this rule of just tell it, be straightforward. And for my girlfriend and I, that's also what I'm saying. If you don't like something, just tell me right away. If you notice anything or something that is not to your liking, then it's better to talk about it right away than spend another day of thinking about it and having it build up or have a grudge in your heart. So yeah.
Yeah, I want to reiterate. Yeah, sorry, I just want to say that the problem in marriages or in a relationship, it's really uncommunicated desires or uncommunicated
Expectation.
frustrations, uncommunicated anything. Yeah, uncommunicated expectations, desires, you just have to communicate, whatever is in your mind. So there must be that safe place for the relationship to flourish.
Especially when you have a fart problem.
Yeah, especially, yeah.
I feel like once your partner tests you, and even if you pass the test, there will just be that sense of distrust between you, because you will be like, what if he tests me again, or what if she tests me again and I don't pass? So I don't think, for me personally, that sense of distrust will just vanish like that.
And as for me, as yeah, so I've seen relationships, some relationship work, but I don't think that the trust would be there anymore. Like you'd always like question your partner, like if anything goes wrong, you're just like, this one is cheating. So the trust won't be as strong as it was before you found out they were cheating. But I've seen relationships work out after people have cheated on each other. So yeah.
I think it will work out, especially if you're really honest and sincere. For me, it doesn't really matter how many times you do the loyal test on me, because I know that I'm not cheating and I'm not doing anything. I'm confident that you will not that I will not pass the test because I'm not doing anything. So that really depends on the person.
Shout out to all the couples there. Yeah. And don't do loyalty tests.
Yeah, okay, I'll give a shout out. Shout outs to all the couples out there and to my family and friends, and do not cheat on your partner.
Shout out to my family and mom friends and to all the couples who's watching this episode. Please always open your communication lines even though you have a farting problem.
Yeah, shout out to all the listeners. See you in the next one.
Thank you once again for having me. Thank you um to my girlfriend who's always supportive and listening in. I'm very careful with what I'm saying because it's gonna affect the the night. But anyway, thank you so much for listening in.
Bye.